So this is my 81 KTM 495 that I'm going to be putting on eBay here in a couple weeks. As it sits, it is in the exact same condition pretty much since the last time I raced it. And I looked up the last time I raced it was almost exactly 2 years ago, April of 2010. The only thing that I've done since then, besides letting it sit in my garage, is I put a new rear fender on it. Painted a few things up, and I cleaned the carburetor to make sure that there isn't going to be any issues with that. Other than that, it is exactly in the same condition when I parked it 2 years ago. This is the 81, has the dual plug head, the one that went so fast in dirt bike. Unlike everybody seems to think, 82s and 83s and 84s were, this was the bike that did that. It has pretty much bone stock. It has stock bean carburetor, stock Öhlins rear shocks. It doesn't have the stock seat cover. That's something I made. But other than that, it's basically bone stock. It sat in a garage in Tucson, Arizona for about 15 years. Needed a new top end. I put a new top end in it and fixed the stuff that needed to get it raceable, and basically it's been a really dependable, fun vintage motocross bike. It likes long, windy tracks, not the tight ones so much. Now it got a brand new top end, Wiseco top end. A guy makes pistons for this. It is on its last overbore, but the piston still looks great. This tire was put on brand new when the top end was put in, so you can kind of get an idea of how much wear the top end on an open bike. It's not even worn. I could probably figure out how many races are on it, but I would definitely say less than probably 6 races on it, and they're not long race days. I got a brand new silencer, which is a factory reproduction that I bought from a place in Austria. It looks exactly like the stock silencer, except it's brand new. Hasn't even been started yet. The new DC plastic rear fender. You can see the dual plug head there. Stock pipe. It does have it has a crack on the pipe down here. You probably couldn't see it in the video, but there is a weld that I had fixed, a little crack on it, and now they're starting to get a new little hairline crack. It doesn't have a hole, but there is a crack in it. So it's basically exactly like it was when I parked it 2 years ago. And I bought some gas for it, and I'm going to get some boots and stuff on. And I'm going to start it up. I'm not going to edit the video. I'm going to show you how long it takes to get it started. But this bike, although sometimes it would be, you know, a decent kicking affair to get it started the first time, once it's started, I could usually get it to start first kick. And I've never had it kick back. I know I've heard horror stories of people saying these bikes kick back or whatever. Never had this bike ever kick back on me. And it's always been very reliable and always started really good. Except, I mean, it usually never got started once every month or two. So it's a bit of a kicking affair at the beginning. And they have a lot of compression, but it's a good solid bike. And I'm going to come out here and get it started for you here in a second. You can start it now. So I'm going to put a little paper towel underneath the carburetor, because on these beams it runs out when you put the tickler on. Not make too much of a mess. Looks like, well, gas is going through the tank, which is good. Didn't really help. practice. I think it ran pretty good. I don't know how many kicks, I haven't looked at the video, but probably about 6. Not too bad. Actually runs just like it always did, and drop right down into a smooth idle and just idle away, popping away. So clutch slipped just a tad, but it hasn't been moved in 2 years, so I'm not really concerned about that. I'm going to take it out into the desert tomorrow and give it some shakedown and make sure everything's working good, and then I'm going to clean everything up and get it cleaned up, make it look pretty. Hopefully get the tank cleaned up and the side panels and everything, and then I'll get her on eBay. Thanks for watching.